Can we check my hair and stuff? I look alright?
You're all right.
I'm good? Let's do it.
You're all right.
Let's do it. Hey friends, welcome.
Good evening.
Sunday night, we missed last week, and yeah, man, that was kind of sad. I mean,
It was.
it's our thing, you know, so we have so much fun doing this, and so we weren't able to do it last week, but we're here this week. So, but before we get started, I got a couple of funny stories I want to tell. Some things that have happened during the past couple of weeks. So, you okay with that? I can talk for a little bit.
Like I have a choice.
One of them is, so right here where I'm looking, my desk is right behind the camera. I was in here working, and I think it was about 2 weeks ago. So a little bit of background, we've had a couple of good weeks. So I got some great news from my doctor, and you know, in a nutshell, it was, hey Raj, we were expecting you to get worse. You actually got better. And so it was wonderful. And so anyway, a couple of weeks ago, I'm sitting at my desk, I'm working, it's the middle of the day, and I realized, darn it, I needed something from my truck, which is about out through this door, and it's out there about 50 yards. And like, I got a paper in my truck, I need to go grab it.
It's raining.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. I'm in here in a t-shirt, you know, and I open the door and it's pouring down rain. Like, aye. All right, I need it. So I did what everybody does. I hunkered down, I ran as fast as I could out to my truck, grabbed the door open, jumped inside there, scrounged around like, here it is. I grabbed the paper, looked outside, opened the door, hunkered down, ran all the way back in here, slammed the door, you know, water dripping off my hat, and then it dawned on me, what are you doing? You don't run, you're sick, you barely walk. It's like, you do not run. And then of course, you know me, from, you know, 19 weeks of us doing this, now I'm standing here in the office like, all right, this is it. I'm gonna die. I just ran 100 yards.
Well, we can see you didn't die.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't die. I stood here, you know, thinking, well, what's gonna happen? I mean, I was a little scared because a few weeks ago, we sent back all of my oxygen equipment. We sent it back. There's a big shortage of oxygen equipment here in Sacramento, and so I sent everything back. It's like, I don't need it. I don't want to just sit in here because somebody needs it. And then all of a sudden, I'm thinking, I need it. I just ran 100 yards, you know. I'm going to die. I don't have that. And so anyway, I didn't die. So that's good news, you know. And it's like, you know, I forgot I was sick.
Well, there's something to be said for that.
There is. And since then, I've even ran a few times, you know.
Run.
Run. I've even run. And so, don't correct me on my English. Anyway, so I try to walk. So in almost 2 months now, I've been walking 5 miles a day. And again, not all at once. You know, I start out, it's dark in the morning. I start out and, you know, I finished, it's dark at night, but I've managed for almost 2 months to squeeze in somewhere another 5 or more miles every single day.
Yeah, do you know what kind of pressure that is?
Yeah, well, I've been a little bit of an inspiration for people. I know that. There's people out there saying,
that was an inspiration. Because that's 12,100 steps for my little legs.
Yes, there's been people out there that's like,
legs.
Raj, are you kidding me? You're walking 5 miles? Okay, I got to up my game, you know. So anyway, it's been nice and it's been fun. I get people messaging me, Raj, you know, today I walked this much. And so it's good. And but one other story about that. So this was funny. So I don't know, it was a couple of weeks ago. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's freezing cold outside. It's dark, but I'm in there. I'm ready. I try to get a mile in before I got to hit my desk and punch that time clock. If I could get them squeeze in a mile, I'm happy. And so I was in there. It's dark. Rhonda's asleep. I'm in there being as quiet as I can, and I'm all bundled up. I know it's cold out there. It's below freezing, and get my big jacket and everything. So I'm all quiet. I get ready to walk out the door, and Rhonda yells out from down the hall, "Put on your mittens!" It's like, what?
That's not what I said.
I'm 60 years old.
That's not what I said, Bernie.
Okay, you said gloves, but mittens is funnier. I took it as mittens, and it's like, you're supposed to be asleep, and I'm 60 years old. You don't tell me to put on my mittens. So now I'm looking around trying to find my gloves.
Did you put them on?
Yes. I'm 60 years old. I don't need to be. Anyway, so I found my mittens and I put them on and I went outside and I got my mile in. Anyway, I'm walking around outside and I'm still laughing about it. Put on your mittens. Like a little kid. But so like I said, I've been walking the 5 miles and I try to go out there every morning and try to get that mile in, early in the morning. And some days I'm able to be out there and watch the sun come up, and it's just so wonderful that I can be out there and just walking, and it's just so peaceful. The birds are just starting to come out, and it's
the birds.
Yes, those birds. I live for walking out there and seeing those birds. But it's a good time for me to think. And the first couple of laps, I'm just out there by myself, and I'm just praying and giving praise. I'm so thankful that, I'm able to do this. There was a time I thought, I will never do that again, and yet I'm able to do that. And so I'm walking around and praying and praising God and giving thanks for all of this stuff. And the other day I was walking back, and it just went into my mind, something that has been sort of a resounding theme for me. Somewhere in there, I just thought, and in my mind I said, "It is well with my soul." And it was. And as I'm walking along, I make the next loop to the back, and I remembered that a few times, that's not always the easiest thing to be able to say, "It is well with my soul." And I remember one time where, I hadn't been home from the hospital that long, and, I still had the oxygen tank, and Rhonda got me out of my chair and helped me walk just into the backyard and sit in a chair, and she drugged the oxygen bottle and held on to me, and I got out there and sat down, and then I sat out there for a good portion of the day, with the, and I'm watching this stuff, and, birds and butterflies and dragonflies and
big possums
and the little possums. I don't know if you remember that, but we had about a month where every day these tiny little possums would
little things
come and visit us and play around there, and even with all of that, still, I couldn't walk. I just had to sit, and connected to this oxygen tank. But sitting in there, I had got myself back, into this spot of, it is well with my soul. All this stuff's happened. You know what? I can't do all these things, but still, there was a peace that I could find and reach and know it is well with my soul. And as I'm walking another couple of laps, and I went even farther back, all the way back to the part that generally brings tears to my eyes, back when I was in the hospital. And somewhere after I had been on the ventilator, and during that week of kind of trying to put everything together, and I finally got a hold of my phone, and I'm talking to Rhonda, and she's like, "Raj, this thing that got you to the hospital turned out to be far worse than we ever thought. You've lost some time here. You've been on a ventilator. You don't know that, but this is really bad." And I'm trying to piece all this together. It's like, no, you're mistaken. And anyway, I finally kind of realized, okay, this is bad, and I'm trapped in a hospital. I'm by myself, and there was a thing connected to my nose, a hose the size of a garden hose, blowing oxygen in there, and so it took a while. It's like we go through all of these things, and it was like, why me? Why did this happen? You know, I'm mad, I'm upset. And then finally, even then, to try to reason things and sit through and pray, and I reached this point of, well, you know, this is what it is, and I'm still alive, and you know, I'm talking to Rhonda on the phone, and you know, and find that peace some way, somehow. It is well with my soul. So that was then, that's still now. And then when I was walking around the other day, I thought, what a wonderful test that is. That if us, you, everybody could, you know, sit down and find a nice quiet place and think and ask ourselves, is it well with my soul? And then if we could say yes, what a wonderful thing that is. You know, say yes without lying to ourselves. I also know I'm pretty good. I can lie to myself. It takes some serious introspection and some thought and prayer to be able to get to that point and say, well, really, it is well with my soul. And that is a wonderful test. And I see every day people, believers, you know, people that just, I look at it and I say, it is not well with their soul. Yeah. I can see it. People are angry and just, you know, and
fretting over things.
Yes, so much. And I know, you know, the word says in this world you're going to have trouble. Okay, I had trouble.
Yep.
We got trouble. We even got trouble today. And I know everybody does. I know there's people that's lost their jobs through all of this, you know, and they're struggling with, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to pay my rent? You know, there are people with, all the time, with relationship troubles. And, you know, those things can just get a hold of you. I mean, it's just all the time, you know, and so it's hard. But I really challenge everybody, you know, to sit down and pray about it and think about it and try to come up with that, you know, the same thing I'm talking about. It is well with my soul. These things will be there. You know, some of these things are, you know, they're there and they affect you, but these things that are up here, you know, the people that, you know, just make you angry, and the channels, you know, and all these things, you know, those things will rob you of your joy. So I'm hoping people will sit down and think it through and try to find that. What is it in my life? And, you know, these things up here, these things down here that I talked about, they're going to be there. We're going to have challenges. Mm-hmm. But it's these things up here that you can get out of your life. And, you know, once they're wiped away, you'll be able to find that spot and think, it is well with my soul. Yep. It is well with my soul right now. And, of course, Rhonda picked out a wonderful song that just
it just popped right in my head.
It's like, you know what? I got a song, you know. So sing this with us if you know it. If you don't, play it back 27 times until you do know it, and then sing it along, and then we'll bring some peace. It's going to bring some peace for you right now as I play it.
When peace like a river attendeth my way, sorrows like sea billows roll. Whatever my life thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul.
It is well.
It is well
my soul.
with my soul.
It is well. It is well with my soul.
Thy sin, oh, the bliss of this glorious thought. I sin not in part, but the whole. Oh, it's nailed to the cross, and I bear it no more. Praise the Lord, oh my soul.
It is well
It is well
with my soul.
with my soul.
It is well with my soul.
And Lord, gonna bust into a different
I
song
know
right
you.
now.
I know you. Next
It
time.
is well.
Next time.
Oh,
Oh man, that felt really good to play that.
it's an awesome song.
So I want to ask everybody that listens to this, if you would do me and us a favor. I'm hoping, I just want to see people that feel that. And if you could this week find a spot to sit down in a quiet place and think about this and try to find those things in your life that are robbing you of your joy, taking it away, and then try to figure out how you're going to get those out and reach that point where you can say, without lying to yourself like we all do, but that you're able to say, it is well with my soul. And if you would do us a favor, just go on your Facebook and post that one line, it is well with my soul. And I hope we will see it. And if I see it, even with one person, it'll make it even weller with my soul. Even weller.
Where did you learn English?
I learned it in Coalinga.
Okay.
Coalinga High School. Yeah.
Oh. Are they still in business?
Everybody understands what I just said. This whole
Are they
world,
still in school?
this whole world, everybody out there is going to say, "Oh, I'm gonna do that."
You must have cut some school,
I
some
cut a lot of
classes.
school, yeah.
Oh,
I might
okay.
cut a few days, and we missed out something there. But my friends will be going, "Oh, I'm gonna do that. It will be even well with Roger's soul." All right, please do that. That'll be wonderful. But hey, one last thing I wanted to point out before we're only gonna play one song today, by the way, because I mentioned I try to walk 5 miles. Guess what? I got 4 left. So
Okay, and 5 miles means that's 2 hours of me walking to keep up with him, and so that cuts 2 hours out of my day.
hey, good thing the day is long.
That it is, and it is well with my soul. no matter the circumstance. of
Yep, that's right.
Walking for 2 extra hours every day.
2 hours. Think what you're doing for your health. I want to point out
I
something.
wish I was doing something for my weight.
Hey, mine too. I hope people notice today that I hope somebody was like, look at Raj. Man, there's something changed about his singing and his playing. Because I want to point out that today I have on a brand new pair of performance socks. I think they're performance socks. I think it probably made a difference, is my hope.
You're right.
It made a difference. Okay.
It did.
Performance socks. Keep an eye on me, you'll.
Performance.
Oh.
Oh gosh, you're so
All
dumb.
right, okay. Hey, can I go over here and show people how far I can jump? With the performance socks?
No, you go show Oni. Not right now. How old are you?
Sorry.
It's like a
All right.
4-year-old.
Let's say goodbye because I want to go show Oni how far I can jump. Performance socks. Hey, friends. Thank you for being here with us. We love you. I look forward.
And don't hold this against me.
See everybody next Sunday.
We love you guys. See you
Love
next
you.
Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.